It's the former Seahawk, Brandon Mebane. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is brought in at the 21. 12 yards on the possession. Will switch hands, 1st and 10. Well, Charles, I've got to give credit to the Chargers because you finished 12-4, second best record in the AFC, but you find yourself in the wild card game. You traveled across country and play in a 10 a.m. start for them if you consider West Coast time, but they found a way to beat Baltimore.
They certainly did, and they were the first team to see Lamar Jackson, the quarterback for Baltimore, twice, and that helped them because they limited him for most of the ball game. Didn't totally shut him down, but made it very difficult for him. Now, how about this? 9-0 this season in games in which they've had to board a plane are the Chargers, and that includes a home game in London. The only loss, and they took a bus cross town to play the Los Angeles Rams.
Interesting, and their playoff lives continue. We'll see how they fare this week. Second down, Rivers. Allen's got it over the middle, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? You tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that run wasn't very successful. They did have a big one on the previous play. So you get the sense that the offense is probing around, trying to find the ones that are going to work. And when they find them, they'll keep coming back to them.
Rivers now on 2nd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And that is incomplete.
Now that's a tough throw for a right-handed quarterback, rolling out to his left and trying to get the ball to a receiver. We've seen all those drills where they're trying to get the shoulders square and point it towards the target downfield.
Here is the punter Jones as he gets this one away. Returnable for Lockett. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a third down here.
Keep working, baby. Keep working, fellas.
Play action. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Hayes Pollard able to drop him for a loss of 2. And that'll bring up fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man, Baldwin. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That one good for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Wilson on second down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards on the play.
19.
Now Wilson. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Out to kick is Janikowski. Go and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Rivers. This complete to Henry over the middle. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Touchdown, L.A. Melvin Gordon, 43 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, pick up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. Wilson now nearly perfect, 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone, because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Open man, it's Bennett. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
14, run it.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Tempo. Deeper.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Out to kick is Janikowski. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the interception, here's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Well, while we have a second, let's look ahead to the divisional round of the AFC. Of course, Indianapolis and Kansas City kicking things off. And, Charles, the Colts 4-0 all-time versus KC in the playoffs. They're becoming a pretty trendy pick.
They really are, and a lot of it is because of the strength of their offensive and defensive lines, not to mention how Andrew Luck is playing in his comeback season here in 2018. But Kansas City, the #1 seed, they're seeking to break that trend of losing games in the playoffs at home that they shouldn't. This is another opportunity with Patrick Mahomes leading the way.
Speaking of losing games in the playoffs, Phillip Rivers and the Chargers 0-7, including the playoffs against New England with Tom Brady at quarterback. Can they stem the tide?
This is their opportunity. No better chance for the Chargers to get it done. As I always say to you, if not now, Chargers, when? Even though it is going to New England.
Rolling to his right.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. From the gun, Rivers. He's going to look deep for his running back, Gordon. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
A good return there, 17 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. He was going for the tight end, Nick Vannett. And now it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. 2nd and 10 now. Wilson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10. Final play of the half. Rivers dancing to his left. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Trey Flowers picks it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
The Chargers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Throw right side, complete to Williams. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Hey, left. 36.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. He gets away from one. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Partner, we've seen Melvin Gordon do it a variety of ways running the football. How about that last run? Had a little shake and bake to it there, didn't he?
He did.
Kind of reminded me of when he was at Wisconsin and what he did in Nebraska. His last year there, 408 yards in a single game. At that time, that was the NCAA rushing record, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then a week later, Samaje Perine broke his record with 427 yards against Kansas. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Right back to him on first down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On the end around, here comes Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
This is Gordon on the dump off. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. He hits Baldwin right side. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now Wilson on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The Charger D making things difficult, and it's 4th down. They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on 4th down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. But exciting week with the divisional round coming up on the NFC side of things, Charles. Dallas at L.A., the Rams. Philadelphia at New Orleans. What do you think?
Well, I can't wait because Dallas at the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams felt they'd gotten their mojo back down the stretch on offense. Dallas feels like they can pound and bruise against anyone with Ezekiel Elliott carrying the load. That's going to be a marquee game. And how about Philadelphia and New Orleans, the defending Super Bowl champs? Here comes Nick Foles again. New Orleans, the #1 seed at home. They don't lose at home in the Drew Brees, Sean Payton era in the playoffs. This is going to be fun. Remember, they played earlier this year, and New Orleans wiped out Philadelphia.
And you'll be calling that game. Enjoy it, partner.
Can't wait.
And that's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
390.
On 2nd down, Rivers again. Going deep here for Allen. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the 2nd half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Over the middle, complete. That's Henry. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. But be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Wilson steps away. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
They go play action now. Wilson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Carson, and his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Desmond King making the tackle. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. On the move to his left. Henry's got it out on the left side. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play. Set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun. Rivers. It's caught on the right side. Williams. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That is caught at the 7. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Rivers again. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Frank Clark in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Buying time to his left. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Play fake. Rivers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Frank Clark in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And right side, Henry's got it. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
36 fouls. Good tempo.
He'll look to throw. Caught right side, Davis. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it a second down. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. He's back to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Now it's Carson. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. They were down to their final 2 plays. They needed something to get them started. That was the one.
And it was a big one indeed, and so now they get a chance to continue to go downfield. Let's see if they go for a big one here. But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called, as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Completes it to Dixon. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Clock rolling here, about to hit 30 seconds. Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. This defense so strong all afternoon long, well executed again there.
This is a group that really functions well off of each other. No matter what the assignment, the other person fills in the exact proper spot. They've made it very, very hard for them to find open places to throw the football.
It's caught right side, Dixon. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The tight end, Ed Dixon, was the target. And that'll bring up second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing now is Wilson. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
To throw is Wilson. Now a desperation throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin with 3 seconds remaining. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the 4th. to kick is Janikowski. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the play.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougald. And that's how this one ends. In dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.